Hey guys, it's Kai, your Orlando mayoral candidate for the 2023 election. My website is Kai, K-Y, for orlandomayor.com. Today I wanted to talk about hurricane preparedness and the disaster that we're seeing post-Hurricane Ian. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about is the fact that I've been driving around post-hurricane, just checking on people that I love and the people that I'm close to and even supporters. And I noticed that there are still areas that are completely flooded. There are houses underwater right here on Lake Underhill Road, and it looks like it's a result of our sewage systems. Some of these areas are outdated with their sewage systems, so there's not proper drainage, and this is causing these floods to stay stagnant in these areas. And I feel like with our current funding, we need to apply this more to our community and take a look around at our sewage systems, because Orlando is one of those areas where we can easily flood. We can see flash floods. So why is it that our sewage system is not set up to ensure that that water flows out properly at all times in every single area? So this is one of the things that I wanted to focus on, because funding needs to go to this. We need to ensure that no matter what happens during, whether it be a hurricane, whether it be, extreme thunderstorms that end up causing flooding in these areas, we need to ensure that there's drainage. Let's talk about the residents real quick, because I've spoken to a few people who are homeless as a result of this hurricane. One of my friends actually ended up with her house completely underwater, and unfortunately she doesn't have any extra funds available to be able to place herself properly, so she's homeless right now. It seems like our community, not even just our community, our system is not supporting these residents post-hurricane. And all these displaced residents, there's hundreds of them. And, with shelters overbooked, people are coming in droves. There's not much help. So we need more funding for that. Another issue that I wanted to talk about is what's going on in the stores before the hurricane. We're alerted almost a month in advance of a tropical depression, which is pretty much what happens before a hurricane starts to form. We're alerted to this about a month in advance. We can chart its potential locations, where it's going, everything like that. We can even gauge how fast it's coming at us. The thing is that we're not, it's not we're, the system is not ensuring that we are properly prepared well in advance, so that way when this storm hits, we can recover quickly. I've seen electric trucks, in the area, and we had some preparedness. But Buddy Dyer, our mayor of Orlando, who's been mayor for 19 years, almost 20 years coming up next year, he hasn't taken it seriously. He said to prepare for a Category 1 storm. It looks like there's a lot more damage than what a Category 1 storm would cause, considering Hurricane Ian did slow down, did lower in category, but because it slowed down, it stayed in the area for longer, causing more damage. The higher wind levels, the rain, everything. It just caused a lot of problems. And I feel like Buddy Dyer's not taking this seriously. And I just want to make a promise to you guys that if I am elected, I will work closely with our governor to ensure that we are prepared as a state well in advance for these hurricanes. We shouldn't be declaring state of emergencies less than a week in advance. We shouldn't even be declaring states of emergency the same day or the day before the hurricane. That's irresponsible. What we really need to be doing is, as soon as we know where this storm is going and the potential of its buildup and the category that it can become, we need to start preparing right then and there. I say maybe 2-3 weeks in advance before that storm hits. We need to be preparing. We need to have our stores stocked up to the max, gas as well. We need to be encouraging residents to report price gouging, because I've seen water go up in price. It was originally $4.99 for a pack of water, and when I went the day before the hurricane to go pick up some water to help out the residents and hand out free water, what ended up happening was I spent a lot more money. It was like $7.99, almost $8 for a pack of water. Yeah, some people see it as, it's just $3 more, but that $3 more could have gone to other supplies. We need to stop the increase of prices when we are declaring a state of emergency. And a lot of these reports are coming in through the price gouging hotline that we have set up here in the state of Florida, but it looks like it's not being taken seriously by our government officials. So I feel like we really need to be investigating these companies that are increasing prices during these emergencies. So it's really all about being in contact with the higher ups if I'm elected. But here in Orlando, I've seen so much damage. I've never seen a hurricane like this. Even in 2004, when it was Hurricane Charlie, Jan, and like 2 others, it was crazy. There was a lot of damage, and the community came together very strongly. And I feel like this time around, there isn't much connection between us. And I want to encourage that during this hard time, we all speak up to one another and support one another. And especially when it comes to preparedness, you know, I feel that we need to say this. Be a little bit more mindful when you're shopping for hurricane preparedness, because there are children who need these baby waters, and I've seen adults who didn't have any kids literally collecting this baby water that's meant to go for formula, and you know, they're just taking it to use as normal drinking water. Be mindful about what you're purchasing, how much you're purchasing, because when it comes to hurricanes, we do have a disaster fund post-hurricane that does that does support the residents. So at the end of the day, post-hurricane, we're stocking up our stores. We're getting everything going. We're trying to return to some sense of normal. Heck, I started working the day after the hurricane, literally, just to make sure that our community was taken care of. My company, my store, literally wanted to open up to ensure everybody had water, food, whatever supplies they need or could get. And the way that the community reacted was incredible. We need to come back to that. Let's reconnect with one another, and let's support one another during these storms. And that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you guys.